There is consumption, production, but there's also absorption. Let me explain. Growing up, all I would do was consume. Let it be food, let it be entertainment, let it be just anything. Even knowledge I would over consume instead of acting. I was very gluttonous. And that would lead to physical ailments per se. You get fat, you get out of shape, you don't do anything. You're grotesque at that point if all you're doing is consume and you're a pig. And then I got a little bit more mature and I realized I need to do something. So I started producing. And it made my life better. It did. Physically, I started getting in shape. I did push-ups and it produced muscles. I ran, it produces cardio. I write down my ideas from the knowledge that I consumed. Cool. Now the physical ailments are gone. But most things in this world work in threes, like the Holy Spirit, God, Jesus, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. And extrapolating that philosophy onto consumption and production, I realized I still got mental strain from producing all this fruit and not reaping the benefits. So I realized you need to also practice absorption of the fruit, of the labor, of the produce that you produce. For example, for absorption, if I fight in the ring and I win the Golden Glove champion of the world and I get that belt, instead of just going straight on to the next thing, the sun's shining bright now, but instead of just going straight into the next thing, you absorb that belt, you wait there. Instead of putting your music in right after winning, calling everybody and on to the next thing, sit down, turn off the music, and just absorb where you're at. You've achieved a lot more than you think you have. Be here, absorb. Once you eat a fruit, let it absorb the nutrients of your produce. When you go from consumption to production, you get rid of the physical strain. When you go from production to absorption, you get rid of the mental strain. If you do the trinity of those three things, you will succeed.